What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. As you know, Katt Williams talked about a myriad of comedians in the Club Shay Shay interview. There were many that were discussed and talked about. He talked about Martin Lawrence, there was Chris Tucker, but I want to focus on those who were in the Kings of Comedy. He mentioned three: Bernie Mac, who's deceased. He discussed Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer. But of course, there was one that was not mentioned: DL Hughley. Now, this is very interesting. I've been on DL Hughley's Instagram page today. Some of the other brothers have been more quick to gauge the reactions of other comedians, such as Forgotten Kings TV. He has been a brother that has been, looking for what Lavelle Edwards has been saying. All of the comedians that have been saying something, he has engaged them. However, when it has come to Brother DL Hughley, he has said nothing at all. So now, when he has been tagged, I'm going to try to show these screenshots that you will see in the background. When he has been tagged by people on Twitter, what has been his response? His response has been, ha ha ha. You don't have to believe me? Look at this tweet here. Sean something says, "Real DL Hughley, so any cat news, ain't no way great DL Hughley ain't got nothing to say. Not nothing, not even Cat said what he said. I'm just jabbing, bro." DL Hughley says, ha ha ha. Okay. Now, DL Hughley had even something to say about the whole Israel-Hamas crisis and all that. Here's another brother, Sean something. DL said he talking about them jiggers and not me. Okay. DL Hughley also replied, ha, 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 ha. So I went to Brother DL Hughley's stories, which I'll take some screenshots of if I can. And none of these screenshots mention Katt Williams. I wonder why. Here's my hypothesis. Because everything that he's talking about is correct. Let's go back to the Bernie Mac situation. Now, DL Hughley admitted there was some level of strife between Bernie Mac and Steve Harvey. Some level of strife. Also, largely, I believe, because DL Hughley has talked about his fight with Eddie Griffin, but when it comes to Katt Williams, he won't say anything. Largely because either Katt Williams got some information on him, which I don't think that's the case because Katt Williams would have said it. But also, DL Hughley also is funny. He's talented, so we can't say he's not funny. He's one of the best. But largely because DL Hughley has problems, in my honest opinion, with Cedric the Entertainer and Steve Harvey, but because of his new political activism. And that's what DL Hughley is now. He's not really a comedian like before. He's not DL Hughley on Comic View. We all grew up on watching DL Hughley on Comic View. That's not what DL Hughley does now. DL Hughley is a staunch Democrat liberal person who is basically what you would call a person that basically is a social media activist, right? That's what he does now. He uplifts black women. He basically he's talking about Trump. He's doing all these different things, all of that, which he don't even talk about comedy anymore, right? But DL Hughley agrees, because when you say ha 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 ha, that means that jigger is telling the truth. He's telling the truth. And all those brothers out there, what Katt Williams said that Steve Harvey did to him, stealing jokes and Cedric the Entertainer, let me let you into something else. I personally also believe they stole from DL Hughley too. See, let me tell you how I believe some of this game works. When you're in a game with your brothers like this, and you guys have something, sometimes things happen in the group in which, in order for the group to continue, you handle things behind closed doors. That's almost in every business that needs to go forth. Dudes in collaborations typically do not like to share equally. I can just, especially black men. Somebody believes they are the big guy in the group, and that person should be the leader. And sometimes, in order for something to happen for the group, we have to take some stuff, in the game, basically to make the whole thing happen. And sometimes everybody don't need to know what's going on. And that's something that a lot of people don't respect about brothers like DL Hughley, because I'm gonna tell you, not everybody want to come out and just tell the business about what's going on. That ain't what everybody want to do. Some people just want to just, okay, this happened and, we disagreeing, but we old school. We're going to go by the old school way, especially when you got a brotherhood that happened with the Kings of Comedy. You made a lot of money with these guys. And, despite your differences, your friend and Katt Williams, also, when he said he was offered to be in the Kings of Comedy, you ain't never heard DL Hughley come out and say he lying. Because listen, DL Hughley, if he has that information, he has information. There would be no reason why he would come out like, nah, man, you lying. Ain't nobody offer you the Kings of Comedy, bro. You ain't never in what we was doing. Because that was one of the best-selling comedy shows of all time. He would come out and say, bro, you're lying. You ain't never been thought about it. He didn't say that, because Katt Williams said it. And Katt Williams didn't come for DL Hughley because Katt Williams must have respect for DL Hughley as a talented comedian. I think we all do. We all do. But what it does show is, like Brother Lavelle Crawford said, a lot of the black men, and this is something that we struggle with, some of us as brothers, and this is something that humans do, but I'm gonna talk about us because we're at the bottom. But I've noticed this with black men, we are willing to do some of anything for money. And we also do not care if we step on other people's toes to get it. Then that's how we ruin friendships. So then what ended up happening then in this case is, let's say I'm your friend, right? Me and you partners. You're a comedian. Somebody come in and they steal your joke. But I'm cool with both of y'all. So I know the guy stole your joke, right? But Steve Harvey, he the homie, he put me on, but he stole your joke. Now, the other dude who joke got stolen, he mad at me because I don't take his side. See, things like that happen. So then it become a beef. And sometimes, man, dudes put you in situations like that, man, you don't really like to deal with, man. I'm just gonna be honest. A lot of brothers do stuff like that. You know what I mean? But for the success of the group, sometimes you accept that kind of stuff, and then you have to go back and tell the brother, hey, listen, brother, I'm really sorry about that. I'm sorry I didn't, stand up on that. And well, you know what? All right, I understand, but F them, but me and you still cool. That's what I think happened with DL. And I think what happened with DL is Katt Williams also has evidence that they did it to him too, but Katt Williams just didn't talk about it. He didn't say nothing. He probably told him, look, man, don't even say nothing about it, man. Just leave me out of it. I probably believe they probably even talked about this before it happened. You see, probably before it happened. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shady Jackson. Back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.